next speaker today. So, Samantha Cook is a consultant for Deloitte in the government and public sector. So she's based out of Columbus, Ohio, and she primarily focuses on organizational change management for technology implementation projects. Throughout her collegiate years at Center College in Danville, Kentucky, Samantha was honored to be involved with Best Buddies for 4 years and a chapter president for 3 years. She also served on the Young Leaders Council, or YLC, since 2016, where is now the head of the chair. So please give a warm, amazing Best Buddies welcome to Samantha Cook.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Thank you so much for letting me come out and speak to y'all this morning. It's a true honor. Love y'all. How's Leadership Conference going? Are you having fun? Do we feel like inclusion lives here yet? Awesome. So, I wanted to talk about a little of the theme that inclusion lives here. So, we're here at Indiana University talking about the fact that we want inclusion to live here, but where do we think inclusion really lives? Does it only live here at Best Buddies Leadership Conference? No? Not just in this room at Indiana University within these 4 walls? No? What about only in the state of Indiana? No? I think Indiana's a great state. My dad grew up in Indiana. Go Purdue for any of you Purdue fans. But I think that it lives outside of Indiana too, right? Inclusion lives inside every single one of you in this room. Yeah. Every single person here is why inclusion lives at Indiana University during Best Buddies Leadership Conference. Put your hand on your heart right now. That is where inclusion lives. Inside of your heart, inside of you as a person is where inclusion lives. So as you go outside of Leadership Conference, when you leave these 4 walls, when you leave this campus, when you leave Indiana University, you take that inclusion with you into the world. I've heard some wise person, Gandhi, once said that you should be the change you wish to see in the world. How many people have heard that quote before? Yeah? Pretty famous one. So if you're going to be the change you wish to see in the whole entire world, you're going to change this big entire globe at once. Does that sound a little bit daunting? To change the whole world as one person by yourself? So Gandhi was really smart, but I'm going to change it just a little bit. I hope he'd be okay with that. So I think we should be the change you wish to see in your world, because each of you have your own particular world when you get back home. Your parents, your family, your friends, your teachers, your Uber driver, the people you meet at the grocery store. All of those people and so many more comprise your world. And every interaction you have with those people will begin to change your individual world. And as you make impacts on those people, your world will change their world. And their world will change the world. And that's how we in this room can begin to change the world together. So now, I want to tell you a little bit, some 4 little points about how you can change your world when change seems like it could be a little bit tough. The first thing is you change the world one person at a time. Every interaction you have with one person, whether it is your buddy, whether it's another student at your college, a faculty member, somebody you meet walking down the street, that person is an opportunity to make a difference in the world. That person might already be in Best Buddies, and you're just reminding them why you're in this together. That person may never have heard of Best Buddies, and you're giving them an insight into why inclusion matters. Every single person needs to join this mission, am I right? Next is to remember that you're not doing this by yourself. Look around this room. Look to your left. Look to your right. Everybody in this room is here together because we all firmly believe in the mission of inclusion. Right? Yeah. So when you go home 6 months from now and all of the conference magic may have seemed to fade, you're studying for a midterm, things are a little bit stressful, don't forget that all of these people here are trying to change their world just like you're trying to change yours. Remember that you're doing this day by day. Every morning when you wake up and get out of bed, it's another chance to make your world a better place. And finally, every single situation that you're in is another chance to make this world a better place. So no opportunity is too big or too small to make the world a better place for inclusion, right? If you have the chance to speak to 2,000 people like I am right now, or if you have the chance to speak to 2 people, those are equally as great because you're still able to make a difference. So, I want to now take a moment to remind you of something that's near and dear to my heart. As you go out from Leadership Conference, as you're here this weekend, if you need some extra tools to help you change your world, the Young Leaders Council from Best Buddies is here to help you. How many of you have heard of the Young Leaders Council? Okay, that's better than I thought, actually. So, the Young Leaders Council is a group of 26 young leaders from around the country with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities that work to bridge the gap between student perspectives and the staff experience. So how many of you have ever been in a situation where you thought there would be a really, really good idea for your chapter, but you didn't know who to tell about it? Is that something that happens? Yeah, I see some hands. Well, I'm here to tell you, that's us. We're here to help you. If you have one of those ideas and you want to get it off the ground, tell us. We've got your back. This map right here shows you all across the country where the YLC members are located. We are all over the place, and we're continuing to grow year by year. So finally, I want you to know, we want you to get involved with us, and there are 3 main ways that I want you to be involved. The first thing is to follow us. Who has their phone on them? Most of you? Get it out right now. Most people don't ask you to get their phones out during a speech, but I want you to get it out. Follow us on our social media. We're 50 followers away from 1,000, so let's get it up there, okay? Best Buddies YLC is our Instagram handle. I'm pulling at Kelly Boo Howard right now and asking everybody to follow us. Kelly was also a YLC member back in the day. We also have an email address that you can send any questions to. That's also on our Instagram page. Next is we want you to... We also want you to work with us. We have all kinds of things that our YLC members have been doing that are hard at work. We have webinars on social etiquette in the job place. We have mentorship in ways to start a chapter, a promoter chapter that are up on BBU. All kinds of great resources for you as chapter leaders, and we're making more every year. We work on initiatives like how to work for the grants program, like getting involved in regional local leadership training days. We have all kinds of cool things coming up that we want your help and your insight on. So please get involved and send us what you would like to see and join these things so that we can hear from you. Finally, we want you to join the Young Leaders Council. This room is full of strong leaders, and we think that you would be a great fit. February 1st, 2020 is when our application opens. So put that deadline into your phones, put that date into your calendars, and that's the next time you can apply to join this excellent team. We look forward to hearing from you. throughout conference, we're going to be in these bright blue shirts. It's us in California, so if you see any of these shirts, you have a 50-50 shot of catching a YLC member. Thank you so much for letting me come speak to you this morning. It's been an honor. With that, I'm going to introduce our next